Cali grown. I do it the right way, living life my way. When it come to this, I'm an animal. And if you catch my drift, we plan to have it all. And if you catch my drift, we plan to have it. If you let me, I can take you there. If you let me, I can take you there. I'm in on the go. Deals on the low. Deals on the low. And everything we do is dope. Everything we do is dope. That's how we rock. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. I'm in on the go. On the go. Deals on the low. Deals on the low. And everything we do is dope. Everything we do is dope. That's how we rock. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Denoted. We are doing Custard Apple this week. Probably gonna be an informative episode, but probably try to move it along a little bit, or probably just a little less BS today. Because there is UFC tonight, but I only want to see the Co and the main, so we got plenty of time. And yeah, so how is everyone doing this week? I will not see y'all next week, after Thanksgiving, after Black Friday specifically. So happy Thanksgiving to all that celebrate. Either way, have a good time with your family or your friends or whoever. Yeah, I hope y'all have a good time with that. Yeah, besides that, let's just get into it. So, tonight's episode is Custard Apple. And, yeah, if you're like me, you're like, what is a custard apple? Because, like, I never knew what it was. But yeah, custard apple has its own Wikipedia, surprisingly, and it is a common name for several fruits you may, and may refer to that word, and, or what? That word right there, ananase? Ananase? I don't know. The custard apple family. Basically, that's the mother or whatever. But you got cherry moya, you got that, yeah, sour sop. You got all these words that. So this one right here, I hope you see the picture. I don't know. Is the one that's cherry moya, Ana cherry mola, and then Ana maracata. By the way, just apologize to whoever I offend. Is this a test? This is the sour sop on nana hey maracata, and then anana reticulata is the tree and fruit custard apple ox bullock's heart. That's weird. And then all the rest are weird. This one, Acema troloba, the pawpaw, which we'll get into, which is the only other odd name one that you have to find. But yeah, if we click on the anasese, I'm just gonna Google how do you say that, because like, how do you pronounce?
Ananasiae or E.
What? You can't just add an or in there.
Ananasiae or E.
No, you can't have two ways to say one word. I mean, it's not pair and pair.
Ananasiae or E.
So Anasiae or Anasi.
Ananasiae or E.
Ananasiae or Ananasi.
Ananasiae.
That's just unnecessary word. But that Ananasaceae are a family of flowering plants consists of trees, shrubs, and rarely whatever. Okay, I'm done with this English or soursop family. With 108 accepted general and about 2,400 known species, it is the largest family in the Magnoliales. Several genera produce edible fruit, most notably Anana. Its type genus is Anana. The family is concentrated in the tropics, a few species found in the temperature regions. About 900 species are neotropical. I got a word. 450 are afrotropical. I got 2. And the remaining are, Indo-Malayan? I guess I got 3. Yeah, so there's a bunch of stuff. If you want to read up on it, I will post that in chat. But yeah, that's the custard apple. And yeah, you're just going to have to read up on that because there's no way in hell I said anything correct there. Well, maybe the end. I got the end right, I'm sure. Well, you'll find some good ones tonight, Muth. So how I got it organized is they're in different kinds. So we got the pawpaw, we got the cherry moya, the soursop, and I got it backwards. I'm supposed to put guanabana here. Now, I have, as far as I know, and I'm typically not gonna say stuff like this, I have every single flavor that I can find for that is commonly available, or at Noms, Bull City, DIY, all those stuff. I haven't lied about anything so far. I'm just posting or telling y'all what it is. All right, so we're gonna start with I guess soursop is my least favorite. So what is soursop supposed to taste like? So I believe it's banana, pineapple, apple. That's what I generally get. See, I've seen some of this. Soursop, also known as guanabana, graviola, or Brazilian pawpaw, is a tropical fruit with a flavor that is often described as a combination of strawberry, pineapple, and citrus. Taste soursop, cross between a strawberry and pineapple. Others compare it to banana, coconut, and mango. Yeah, I mean, I've heard people say strawberry. I do not get strawberry off of any of these. But then again, I am strawberry intolerant, so there's that. There we go. So yeah, it's kind of a tropical blend of citrus. I don't get strawberry. I get mango, banana, pineapple, apple. That's what I kind of get. Anyways, where is soursop? So soursop has a couple. We'll go as low as possible and then work our way up, because I think I have a couple of the rare ones that people don't have, and so I'm assuming that there's not going to be recipes on it. So there we go, soursop Reka. Soursop Reka. I tested this one at 5%, which I don't know is the right percent. It wasn't terrible. I did enjoy it. It was okay. It didn't replace anything, but it was a very good tropical. I got a little bit more banana and pineapple than I did apple. It was very juicy and very sweet. a pretty good body to it, had, you know, a good bassy body, but it didn't have a lot of like top notes, and it kind of dispersed off the palate quickly. However, I don't know, like, you know, because it's not a popular flavor. There's not, you know, better than Favora Grana, but less cream and more tang, potent. So maybe I did it a little bit too high, but there isn't a lot of reviews on it. And I've only tested it once. So, but at 5%, it wasn't, you know, terrible, but it wasn't good. Maybe me doing 5% kind of broke it. I don't know. But I'm excited to try it in the future, because since it's like banana and pineapple forward, that's kind of what you do with these, is you kind of just work them which ways you want to take them. Yeah, there used to be a music shoot. What's going on? No, yeah, what are you talking about? Whose other show is going on? What did I miss? Should have a good one considered. Yeah, Rekka it's pretty good. It's not like the greatest thing in the world. I enjoy it. Excited to mix with it in the future, and I do like a lot of Rekka's flavors. However, we will go into the other one in the future. No, yeah. There's another show. Am I missing part of chat? What is going on? Get people want marshmallow. Oh, Twisted Tree? Twisted Tree is, you'll have to Google it. I don't know if I can talk about it, but Papa Cap works with, you know, mushrooms and in medicinal and leisure ways, and so Twisted Tree is just let's say a harvesting company. I think that's the right term. And so he made that song as kind of like a promotion, but I like it because it has little to no words. So that's why I do it. Real quick, I can is this it? I can change it, yeah. I like Rise, very optimistic. But yeah, it's just kind of a promo, and I enjoyed it, so. But yeah, let's get into the next one. Sorry, I'm following along with the UFC and all that. Is anyone else gonna watch tonight? I don't know if y'all care. All right, back to it. All right, so Rekka soursop juice. Now I don't know if that's a different one from like regular soursop, but I didn't see it. Dumay was the only one. I haven't been able to source Dumay. If anyone wants to help me source them, I would like to get this one, as well as their mangoes. But I think you gotta email them and socialize and stuff, and I'm not really good at that. So I've just been lazy, as well as I'm pretty sure it's expensive once you account shipping and over all that. TFKL, what is that? All right, so soursop, wonder flavors and favora are the only other. So soursop wonder flavors, and now if you look at the comparison, it's kind of accurate. So through my experience, I originally enjoyed soursop favora better, but I would give these rankings right. Soursops are not the most fun out of the bunch. They're a little bit sharper and floral, I feel like. But anyways, soursop wonder flavors, I recommend this in like the 2 to 4 range. Here it says 2. You can push it up to 4. I've never pushed it above that. It is pretty good. Now for the soursops, I always get a lot more kind of apple, as well as I get kind of like an apple skin note in both of them. However, I prefer wonder flavors. It's a little bit more sweet. The floral notes are a little bit less present. It's enjoyable, but you just you have to kind of work with it. It also has this kind of bitter note, and I think that has to do with like the apple skin kind of note that you get in it. It's a little bit I wouldn't say off-putting, but you definitely have to either work with it or kind of overpower it with sweetness, which isn't too hard to do. But I enjoy it, but the soursops I never go to before the cherry moyas and the guanabanas, and it's kind of because of both of these flavors. There's nothing wrong with them per se, but they just kind of lean heavy into one side of the flavor, like, you know, either apple, banana, or whatever. For both of them, I get a ton of apple in comparison. So like, even when I want to, you know, kind of focus on making a cherry moya into an apple forward or a banana forward or etc. or whatever, I don't even, if I want an apple forward one, I don't even reach for the soursops. I just don't think they're as good as cherry moyas and guanabanas. But if you're looking at the core of what they are, the bodies, you know, the top notes, bottom notes, whatever, all that, it's all fine and dandy. Wonder Flavors is a little bit less prominent in the mix and a little bit more mix friendly. I tend to reach for it a little bit more, but you know, we're talking about 2 out of 50 times or 2 out of 100. You know, very rarely do I reach for these over the others. The problem with Favora soursop is the floral notes in it are kind of pretty hard to work with. It's also a little bit more potent. I'm gonna assume that is too high. I would not do 2%. I've done 2%, nothing's wrong with that. The floral notes you have to overpower and kind of work with. You can't really work them out, you just have to play with them. It is once again more apple forward, but it does have a hint of like pineapple like sharpness, I think, like acidity, because it is a little harsh off the shake. After a couple days it tones down, chills out, everything's fine, but it is still rough. I wouldn't say harsh, it's not harsh, but it just seems to be very, you know, like when you have too much pineapples, kind of like that. Like it's a little bit too bitey. It's got some sharpness. I do enjoy it. I recommend 1%, starting at 1%, not 2, and then working your way up. It in mixes, it shows up very well at 1 to 1.5. You don't need much more than that. And when you do 2, you're getting a lot more of those floral notes and a lot more of those, you know, kind of skin notes, peel notes, whatever. So you have to kind of work with it and overpower it. Do more guanabana I don't have, but added it to the list. If you're ordering Fitty, message me. Well, I mean, I'll message you. But if you're ordering, let me know, because I want to do my duo maya. No, I think it's Dume. Anyways, that's the soursops. There, as you can see, there's not that many. Out of these two, you know, if you're deep diving custard apples like I have, then yeah, you should get these. But for the sakes of like do or die must have flavors, I would lean towards Wonder flavor slightly. But I don't think you need. I think both of these companies make better cherry moyas or guanabanas. Let's talk about Paw Paw real quick, just kind of as a tangent. So Paw Paw is a unique story. So banana, mango, pineapples, sometimes berries with a custard-like texture. So kind of a cliche guanabana or whatever. Now what's crazy about Paw Paw is it's, if I'm correct, it's the only tropical fruit in America. Or in the North America, because it says here southern excuse me, eastern United States and southern Montana. What was that? I'm having a stroke apparently. Southern Montana. You can take that, by the way, Canada, if you want to use that. Switch Ontario to Montana. Work with Montana into like kind of a deal, maybe a little cross promote tourist thing. You can just give me credit, you know, just let me come. Oh yeah, and then there's also Lang Lang or Yang Yang is another one, but I don't really classify. That's kind of like oddball berries. Yeah, that's what I mean. I wanted to get them, but never got the chance. That does not look good. Can I zoom in? Does it look better when it's zoomed in? And can I cut myself off a little bit? No, I can't. Well, that's kind of lame. Alright. Whatever. I never dove too deep because I was like that. I when I got Guanabana, that opened up all the doors for me. Yeah, here's the range. So in West Virginia, it's the only like tropical fruit that can be grown, and apparently, I don't know because I don't see it here, but apparently it's the only North American tropical fruit, which, you know, looking here, it kind of seems like it. But then it seems like it's kind of traveled, but whatever. Anyways, Paw Paw by Vape Train. Perfect for tropics, 1 to 2 in a mix, 2 to 4 for solo, best at 1 to 2, best with mangoes, melons, pineapples, etc. So, you know, you can use this 2 to 4, but I don't think you want to. 1 to 2 is the perfect kind of range. It has a weird kind of floral. I would it's kind of hard to explain. It's almost like a peach floral. Like it's got like a fizziness to it in the background. It's hard to explain, but it you have to like focus in on it. It's mostly got like a mango pineapple vibe to it. The floral note is a little bit weird. Like it's kind of like an orangish kind of floral note, and that deters and kind of puts people off. A lot of people, this is a love-hate kind of flavor. Some people love it, some people don't. I enjoy it. Now that note in there, it's kind of like a bitterness, a bitter floral. You just have to play into the mango and pineapple in this. So if you put the right mango and you put there's not a lot of figs. If you put imagine people not like reading chat and I'm just talking and I'm like, there's not a lot of figs, not a lot of dry figs. Anyways, back to custard. And they're just like, what? I don't even know what I was saying. This flavor does best with like you gotta put like a pineapple or a mango in there to kind of like sweeten up the bitterness. It kind of neutralizes it. I enjoy it. the challenge of mixing with it is fun. You know, sometimes those I enjoy the quote unquote off notes, floral notes you get from it, whatever. I enjoy them. So like when the mix doesn't go the way you want, it's all right. But I can see why people wouldn't like it. It doesn't, you know, it's a challenge to, it's not like incredibly hard, but it is definitely a challenge because you have to overpower those floral and bitter notes. And sometimes it doesn't work, but most of the time it does. I really like this. Also, like, really cool name. I mean, let's face it, it's like, it's kind of weird this isn't related to papaya. I feel like papaw and papaya, like, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, I don't know who's naming stuff. I mean, we just did the ananas and they're all over the place with the ananas, but paw and papaya ain't friends at all. Like, that's just kind of weird. I think that's a missed opportunity from the fruit world. Get your shit together. We'll go on a tangent. Shout out to Eddie for always being great in the timestamps. I've never asked him to do it. If he could reach out to me like on Discord or somewhere, that would be cool. Just to talk to him. Here's all the figs you got. There's not too many, and none of them say dry. I mean, I guess there is. I mean, for a weird, very niche kind of flavor. I mean, not weird. I mean, it is kind of weird. Like, who is like, yo, let me get that disposable. What you want? Fig Newtons, bro. Like that. I don't think that happens. Give me that slapping fig. Like, what? I think they would kick you out. I don't have too much experience. I do have a good amount of these. I've heard so much of medicine flower being really good. I have Salubarome, and it's around that range, a 2-star. The best one off my head, I like Favora. Both of them. I prefer I think I like the sweet fig more, but maybe I'm wrong based off the notes, or the stars. But the rest, like I think I like VTA as well. None of them I absolutely love. I can't remember the rest. They're not bad. They're pretty good. When I want a fig, I tend to reach for either a date or a raisin. That's just kind of how it happens. I like those flavors better. But anyways, there's a little tangent. All right, so where are we? Cherry. I'll save the best for last, obviously. All right. Why did I flip it upside down? There's 17 flavors. Okay. There's less cherry moyas than soursops. So the only one I have here is Club der Dampf or Club CDD. I don't have that one. It's a German company. But yeah. That one. TFS. I gotta look up the notes. Do have it, unfortunately. It's not good because I mean, if it was good, I would have mixed with it day one, and I didn't even look for it to retest it. I gotta be honest; those TFSs weren't. Honestly, that was probably the worst period of the show, because we should have we did spread it out. But we should have spread out the actual weeks like noms. That made testing a lot easier to oh, I don't know, let me test that later. Man, there's so many timestamps that I should probably delete, but don't want to. Oh, here's Fig Muth. Here's Dave's ranking. This is Dave number 2. What's his Dave Romero? Dave what is his name? 2LK, 2KL, whatever. But he ranked Medicine Flower number 1, FA number 2, Flavor West number 3, Salubarome number 4, Favora Sweet or both figs at number 5. Then he went Capella, VSO, Delosi, VTA, Nature's Flavors, there's HOV, and Bickford, and that's how he ranked it. And he's huge into figs, so I would trust his opinion. Anyways, I'm not gonna look this up because it's not good. Actually, I will, because I said I would. If I can ever find it, there's just thousands upon thousands. I even did a develop episode where I just timestamped. It was like the best of episode, best Capella flavors or something like that. Oh my gosh. I'm about to give up, bro. There's no way I deleted it. Anyways, I remember it not being good and having several kind of floral, pissy off notes. Yeah, did not enjoy this. There is some that we always crap on TFS. I'll tell you real quick, the few that if you can get, you should get. And there's one particular, and it has the weird name. I think it was breakfast tea. Was it breakfast tea? Afternoon tea. One of the best flavors. Delicious cake pastry with hints of fruits. This one was great. It was like the only thing I liked from that whole episode. And I need to mix with it more. But then I gotta like buy more. You know? Yeah, that would be hard to get. SC, I looked up, I tried to find SC. I never found any super concentrates. Yeah, medicine flower, we talked about. Alright, so I have Euro flavors. Cherry Moya, Euro flavors. Where's the... Didn't Salube... No, they made Whoa. We have problems. Oh boy. I gotta figure out how to French. No, I go English to French. And then Guanabana. I don't even think they translate it. Guanabane? I don't think that's accurate. Saluberon does have a Guanabana. Yeah, there's just no way I'm gonna find that on the fly. Whatever. They have a Guanabana or Cherry Moya. I can't remember. Doesn't matter. We'll get into. Alright, so Euro Flavors Cherry Moya. I did this at 2. Recommends 2.6, so I didn't do too bad there. It is not terrible, but when you try the other, Cherry Moyas that we'll go over, it's definitely the worst one. It's gotten the least amount of like flavor out of it. I don't think I overshot or undershot it at 2. It just was kind of light on flavor. It was mostly pineapple forward. It was very bright, very juicy, but juicy to the point where it was almost watery. I did enjoy it, I guess. I mean, I didn't enjoy it. It was just okay. Like, it was a couple of steps ahead of a hate vape, you know what I mean? Like, it was kind of boring. It also felt like it was way too focused on pineapple. It kind of felt like it, out of all the like flavors tonight, it felt like the one that was the least associated with the actual fruit, aka I don't think they ever have ate it in real life. But then again, I have. No, well, I mean, I have, but like candy, ice cream, juice, soda, stuff like that. But I've never had the opportunity to get it locally. and the times I have been able to, it's ridiculous, man. Like 100 for 12 of them or something like that. Like the prices are kind of ridiculous. But yeah, this one just kind of just feels like a weird, different kind of, you know, boring pineapple. Yeah, there's the SC. I couldn't find it. I didn't see anything, any website that had it. Now, pretty much most of the rest of the episode's going to be just flavors that I would highly recommend getting to begin with. You gonna load? All right. Let me do a fight check. Oh god. Okay. I gotta make sure I don't miss anything. Alright, back to it. So, all three of these I like. Let me just back out so you can see. Wonder Flavors, Wonder Flavors, Favora, and Inawera. Pretty much accurate in the ranking there. That's how I would rank it too. It's 3, 2, 1. The Wonder Flavors and Favora I might switch. I'll get into why. So Cherry Moya Wonder Flavors, let's get into that one first. I'll compare them at the end, I guess. Cherry, Fiddy, you're behind like crap. You're so far behind. Refresh the screen, my buddy. Sorry, crazy night here. Alright, anyways, so Cherry Moya Wonder Flavors. This one is definitely apple and banana apple and pineapple forward. Out of the three, it is definitely the softest. That can be a positive or a negative way, meaning sometimes. How far behind are you, Fiddy? Let me text you that. Refresh, Freddy. Refresh. You're running behind there, buddy. Once again, my ADD is off today. Yeah, it's definitely the softest, so that's either a pro or con. Sometimes it doesn't show up in the mixes as prominent as you would like it, and when that happens, you just kind of go to the other two, or you can kind of boost it. This one is definitely a 2 to 4 range. Yeah, 2.6. Also has whatever. But yeah, it's pretty good in its own way. A lot of times, you know, custard apples can kind of be dominant, so it's nice to have kind of a softer one that can be easier to mix with. The only, like I said, the only problem I've had is sometimes it just doesn't show up in the mixes as prominently as you would like it to. But besides that, I enjoy it. The green apple notes in this one are really fantastic. It doesn't have too much prominent of a peel note in there. But yeah, I like this one a lot. Now, this is the reason why I might rank this third in comparison to the bunch. Is there a tornado going on? Like, is there a tornado alarm? Like bro, it's 10. And just ripping that horn. It's a full moon. I think that's what it is. People be acting crazy with the full moon, man. I used to not believe that. And then every time I'm like, man, tonight's crazy. Today's crazy. What is with people? And then you look up and you're like, oh, it's a full moon. Whatever. So anyways, Cherry Moya, Favora, 1 to 2%. Amazing notes for me. But yeah, that's it, 1 to 2%. Once again, I would stay in the 1% range. This one, compared to Guanabana, the Cherry Moyas and the Sour Sops from Favora are kind of floral. So you have to be careful with mixing them. So I would recommend both of them starting at one, work your way up. But Cherry Moya Fulvora is really good. This one is the most apple-y out of the bunch. I don't get much banana or pineapple in it. They're very kind of subtly in the background. I get more of a tropical apple, which is good. There is a little bit of floral, and I think it's attached to a slight apple peel kind of note in here. It is good. Now, when Wonder Flavors doesn't show up, this is the opposite. This will show up. The Soursop and Cherry Moya, if you don't mix with them correctly, they'll just say, hey, I'm the only thing in this mix. So you got to be kind of careful with that. So I would definitely recommend starting at one. But I enjoy it. When I want more of an apple Cherry Moya added to my mix, I definitely go with this one. But then a lot of times I'm like hesitant. Now the best one overall, and honestly, like, let me drop, some bombs here. Cherry Moya Inawera. I mean, Guanabana is my favorite. But if you gave me Cherry Moya YC, which stands for yummy, was it yummy candy? Yummy whatever. If you gave me that, I'd be happy. The screen was buffering. Is everyone buffering? Is everything good? Let me go check. Y'all worrying me. Y'all worrying me. That's alright. No, that's me. Y'all worrying. Ooh, time machine. Yeah, it looks like we're good. I must say, for this being, sometimes, like, the camera looks pretty decent. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that bad. On the phone, it looked good. Sometimes. I'm a little self-conscious with my media. Or what technology. I don't know what, screw the joke. Anyways. This one could easily be my number one, and I'd be okay with it. So Cherry Moya, yummy candy, yummy class, yummy cool pants. I don't know. Anywhere flavors. Really delicious. This is 1 to 3 is what I do it. 3%'s here. I would not go above 3 for a couple reasons. At 1 to 3%, you get a good amount of body, a good amount of presence in flavors or in recipes. I tend to do 2. 2 seems to be the sweet spot for me. 3 can be a little bit too prominent in mixes. It's a very tropical apple with like kind of a funky banana in there and a little bit of pineapple. Not a lot of pineapple in this one. Again, this is more apple and banana kind of forward. It does have some slight floral notes in the beginning. Then after a steep, it goes away. So that's, fine and dandy. It is probably the sweetest out of the bunch. It's between Wonder Flavors and Inawera out of the sweetest out of the bunch. But it's fantastic. It's really good at being mixed. So the other one's a little too weak in a mix. The other one's a little too prominent in the mix. This is just right. It's like the oatmeal, the bear and the oatmeal, whatever. And that makes it a lot more enjoyable to mix it. Your mixes tend to come out better with this one. And it's just because it's that fine line of being dominant to show up in a mix, but not dominant enough to take it over. So it blends well with others. It's very friendly with others. It's easily guided in ways to be more banana forward, whatever forward, I made some mixes with it. I'm pretty sure some are public. I don't know. Okay, a lot are public. Milk Steak has it. The Ultimate Milk Steak has it. So I only used it in Milk Steak, it looks like. Milk Steak was a good one. What else is in that? Ah, yes. So Milk Steak was my strawberry guanabana thing. And honestly, it took way too long to make this kind of recipe. And as you can see, I worked it all the way up to 3, and doing 4, it just didn't work. I also tried 4 and 3 with the guanabana, 4 and 3, 3 and 4, all that, and this seemed to be the best. When I boosted up the strawberries 3, 3, 4, 4, whatever, I couldn't get enough or as much guanabana and cherry moy that I wanted. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I like this flavor a lot. Funky, you kind of messed up. I would have gotten it, but you know, it is, you know, Inaware, so a little bit more expensive than the rest. But that's it. If I had to rank it, I'd probably go 3 Favora, 2 Wonder Flavors, 1 Inaware. And Inaware's, I don't want to say by a long margin, but it's a clear victory. So guanabana, we got 9 flavors. I feel like there's Salute. Salute, Aroma, Guanabana. I'm pretty sure they make Guanabana, yeah. That's why. The French put a space. I don't like that it does that. Like, it still doesn't show up even though I clearly put a space in here. Anyways. Can we translate this? Fans of fruity concentrates will be seduced by the guanabana concentrate, which will not fail to reveal its full soursop full flavor with a note of freshness and with each inhalation of steam. Steam, folks. Steam. Excellent sunny and refreshing fruit with a touch of colada. Perfect for summer. It has colada? It does not have any kind of... Good night, Funky. Don't forget to post your tacos when you watch the replay. I'll try to think of some to make sure you watch. Yeah, there's no ice in this. I don't know what they're talking about. There ain't no ice. I didn't like it. It gave me kind of a pissy cleaning note in it. Did not enjoy it. I think that was coming from the apple. Kind of just ruined it. It gave me like a very piney, cleaning product, apple pine saw. There we go. That's what it is. Apple pine saw. So don't waste your time. I mean, I got it. I've tried the mix with it, and it's just too floral, man. But it is what it is. By the way, I was looking at my salutes. I have like 40 salutes. Like legit. Like I have a section. Haven't mixed with them all, but single flavor tested them all. Didn't really like much. So I gotta try them again. Alright, so yeah, I wouldn't recommend Pine Sol by wait. So if we space it, it goes to 12. Alright, whatever. So no, Guanabana lime, which I tried to look up, and couldn't find it at the time. I found like this stuff, like the Just Juice, which I'm very curious to see. For a split second when I saw that, I was like, someone stole my recipe? And I was like, I've never mixed lime with it. Yeah, and I couldn't find anything besides like the Just Juice one, which I would love to try. I would love to try. I'm pretty sure if I were to make this, I would do Persian lime and guanabana. They might have done Recca. I don't know. So let's get into it. Oh, it's right here. I didn't even see it. Yeah, I don't recommend Pine Saw by Salute. So then there's Recca. So as I recommend their soursop, I don't recommend their guanabana. I did it at 3%. Here it says 4. Maybe I should have done more. I didn't get much out of this flavor. I just got kind of a simple apple. Honestly, it was just kind of like a green apple. Not even tropical. And it was light. Maybe like some pineapple in there, but not a lot in there. Not a lot of flavor in general. Maybe I need to do more, but I've found, you know, a lot of Recca is good in the 2 to 4 range, 2 to 3 range. So I thought 3 would be a good start, but maybe I need to do more. I don't have a lot, so I haven't retested it again. But yeah, it's generally like a green apple forward with a little bit of banana and pineapple in there, but not much. I recommend the soursop. I like that one better than the guanabana. The guanabana was just too weak and diluted. But maybe I need to work with it more. I haven't heard any good thing about it though, you know. There's no notes or anything, you know. Someone's, you know, people have mixed with it. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of a jackfruit, honestly. Like if a jackfruit was more apple forward than pineapple forward. And then guanabana, which just like obviously is the number one. You just can't beat this flavor. So I used to think it was like limited to 2%, but I've blown this out to like 4 or 5%, and it's fine. I definitely think its sweet spot is 2 to like 2.5, maybe even 3, but 2 tends to hit the mark. If you add a lot to your recipe, then I would recommend like in the 2.5 range. But it's just what really puts this into, like, for me, a legendary flavor is how well it shows up in recipes based on the percentage you put. And I know you're like, oh yeah, well that's how flavor should be. I get that. But 1, 2, 3, 4 is just a scale of how much you want to show it up in the recipe. And it works so efficiently at doing that. 1, it's already pretty prominent. But like I said, if you have more and you put it up to 4 or 3, it does well. But if you have less in the mix, then 1 to 2 works well. But it does such a good job of the more you add, the more it shows up in the recipe. I do notice that around like 5%, it starts to come back down, kind of like it's muting itself a little bit. So I never really felt the need to go above it. But it's really good at just showing up in a mix. Of course, it can overtake a mix if you mix with it wrong. But it tends to be very easy to mix with. It tends to be very, I wouldn't say forgiving, but understanding. You know, if you do the 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of deal, it seems to be, you know, kind of flawless. Green apple, banana, and pineapple are definitely the most balanced out of all of them. I definitely get the most banana out of all the flavors tonight out of this one, as well as the most pineapple out of all the flavors out of this one. And maybe the least amount of apple. There is apple in there. It has the slightest peel and slightest floral note compared to all the other flavors tonight. I wouldn't say it's the easiest to mix with out of all the flavors tonight. I would say that would probably be Inaware's Cherry Moya is probably the easiest to mix with. But I would say this has made probably the most enjoyable recipes for me. Yeah, like here, 1 to 2 for nuance, 2 to 4 for main. And it's just, I don't know, you know, the thing about soul searching in the DIY is you need to search for a flavor like this, you know, for yourself. When I tried this flavor, which by the way, I don't even know or remember why I got this flavor. I got it. I don't remember if it, I think just because of the name, and I was like, oh, that sounds cool, boom. But when I first tried it, I was like, this is like perfect. This is delicious. Like when you find something that just kind of fits for your palate, that's basically what I found with this flavor. And the combination. Also, by the way, I forgot to mention, out of all the flavors tonight, only Paw Paw and this one have like a mango vibe to it, which is very weird. Because a lot of people get mango out of custard apples. I don't. I always mix mangoes into it because I get kind of like a tropical vibe, and it's, you know, creamy, so it makes sense. Put a mango in there. But this is the only one where I get, besides Paw Paw, where I get any kind of, I don't even want to say obvious mango, but I want to say like mango, what is lower than nuances? Like faded light in the tunnel, you know, like a very small amount, but it's definitely in there. And yeah, the creaminess, I would say probably this one has, you know, the most, but none of them are really creamy in the same sense that you're used to. They're just kind of, what is a good like creamy fruit. What is a creamy fruit that I could think of? Like a banana, like that, some like soft, you know. Hope you're doing okay, Muth. But yeah, that's kind of why I love it. It combines 3-4 flavors that I like. It's something that I'll never be able, well, maybe, to try in real life, or so I thought. It's something that that just and it's a part of me that I needed. Why does it say that? I haven't been going for that one. Okay. I'm ready to say. Wait. Sorry. Okay, I was tripping. I think I know why you had to refresh there, Fitty. It's just acting weird. Alright, how many fights do we got left? They haven't even started the main thing. I gotta be right back. I'm just gonna throw this on the charger and talk a little bit more about guano. Alright. Hope everything's okay, Muth. Are we turning into therapy talk again? Because I'm always down. We did that a couple weeks for Fitty. we could return the flavor. I said flavor. Anyway, delicious flavor. I don't think this episode is for everyone. Custard apples are very tropical, as well as sometimes have like floral nuances. So I don't recommend it for everyone. For me and my palate, for tropical fans, for mango fans, for I would say apple fans as well, but not super sweet, vibrant apples, more on a natural kind of tart, bitter kind of apples, maybe. But if you like bananas, apples, pineapples, tropical flavors, I definitely would recommend. Yeah, a lot of people don't use guanabana. It's kind of got a pink guava vibe to it, where some people like it, some people don't, as well as a lot of people have mixed with it, so some people are sick of it. That's what I kind of get. I've always gotten that joke where it's like, oh, you're mixing guanabana and blah, blah. I just mix what I like, and I don't. The thing about mixing for me is when I am like forcing myself to try new flavors and all that, I end up not fully enjoying, I don't have hate vape very rarely, but I don't enjoy it because it's not what I want, and then I just end up doing what I want after I'm trying this new flavor. So it's just best to go with, oh, I have an idea, put it down, and then either do that or like, oh, I want this, then write down, and it tends to just 95% of the time it's like, I want this, so I do it, and that's how you should do. Just mix however you want. I like it, although I do have 2 recipes that I did for the trip. Since it's gonna be Thanksgiving soon, I figured, why not make 2 kind of pumpkin things? Like, I do this every year. One's kind of basic, super simple. I wanted a spicy custard, so I went with Dinnerware, pumpkin spice cream and pumpkin fairy's finest, or the pumpkin base. Eggnog, because why not? And the spices of eggnog match Dinnerware custard and pumpkin. So it should be good, should be simple, maybe boring, I don't know, we'll see. And then this one is the fun one. This one's going to be tasty. It's just apple filling favora, coconut macaroons, maple syrup, peach apricot, pumpkin bread, pumpkin spice cream. And I want to see how fruity I can get pumpkin. Which just sounds like a weird sentence, but this is the start. I want to see how it works with just a normal peach apricot. And then I'm going to kind of go from there based off how FF and Favora and OSDIY react to that. I wanted maple and a coconut and an apple note in there. Originally I was just going to add a non-bakery apple, but then I haven't worked with Favora enough, so I did that. Plus, I was like, I have to, like, I just have to. The coconut macaroons, I needed a coconut, or I wanted a coconut, because I never had pumpkin and coconut, and I think it will work based off like smell. And this is a flavor that I feel like it's good and I'm gonna forget about it, so I was like, let me throw it in there. My favorite maple, I wanted a maple note. This people say like this is not enough. They say like 1 to 2, I think, for this flavor. This, I will taste just maple for a day, for about 30 days in this mix. This entire mix, that's all I'll taste. And then after 7 days, it'll start to settle. But those are the 2 mixes that I made for for the holidays or whatever. I did not spell that right. If you have a mix that you made for Thanksgiving, please post it. I would love to share it and look at it. Yeah, but Guanabana is just great. Since I re-upped on my cherry moya in Awera, I wanted to do something I'd never done, which was a grape Guanabana, or a grape custard apple. I need to work on it a lot more. The problem is there's too many people at the show. You understand? And since there's too many people at the show, not enough tacos. Okay? So we need to kick some people out so we can get the taco to person ratio correct. Okay? Are you following along? This should make complete sense to you. Like you should know. So there's just too many people here at the taco party. Okay? And that's fine, but not enough tacos. So I can either increase the tacos or I can kick some people out. I think I'm going to kick some people out. I don't think I'm going to increase the tacos because we're not maxed out here, but we have 10% of grape. Because I knew if I didn't do a large amount of grape in this, I wouldn't taste it. And guess what? I was right. So I don't just it's kind of where I want. It's a grape, apple, a grapple, cherry moya. And that's what I kind of want. There's not too much grape, but the grape is definitely getting muddled too much. So what I'm going to do, looking at this, the shisha strawberry, let me taste it. I get so like used to it. I always go abstract. I never like, and this is why a lot of people don't like me. I never want to mimic reality. I never want to, let me make a strawberry shortcake. No, I'd rather eat one in real life. I want to have some that is from outer space. I want to have some that doesn't exist. I want to have some that is impossible to have. You can't have a marshmallow made out of peaches, okay? Or a peach made out of marshmallows. But I could make one, or I could try. I'm not gonna. That's your job if you want to make that. I'm not gonna. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Stop it. But that's what I want to do. I want to do things that are impossible to bring to reality because it's not, common in my area or sold in my area or even exist. So that's what I was thinking. I'm thinking the shisha should go. I'm thinking to swap out the sweet and sour. I'm thinking for a grape juice. Like Wonder Flavors or VTA. I don't know. Maybe even just TPA grape juice to just make top notes, which that's all it does is make a good top note. And then grape will be, Kim Nevadic will be the base. I'm going to drop the shisha. I wanted to add that in. I don't know. I don't remember why. Can't remember. I think I wanted to add kind of a jammy element. I'm going to keep Anton. I'm going to keep Cherry Moya and Guanabana. But I'm going to change the percentage. I think 2.5, 3, and 2. Really boost that up. I think I'm going to push this up to 6. Get rid of that. And either get rid of this or switch it. I don't know. Grape Kim Nevadic and sweet and sour sweet and sour purple drink are a good combo. But I don't know if I need that much grape versus I just kind of, because I can blow this up. I know its average is 5. Now it's down to 4. The maximum was only 12. I would love to see 9%. Session did it at 9. So a trusted person at 9. Holy Grape punch in the face. See where I'm going with this? Okay. become clear that there are only 2, maybe 3 kinds of grapes: authentic, candied, soda, and perhaps a wine. The grape is first, so we write this one. Have me looking right now. If you're looking for a more natural, authentic, this one may not be for you personally. I love this. You know what? I wanted to avoid but this kind, I wanted to avoid kind of a gum note, but if I can spell, okay, you want to be specific? Oh God, there you go. I think at 1, done. Bye. Push you. Let's do 2. He said it. Let's go holy. Let's go more. Cherry Moya. I think at 3 is fine there. I think even bring it down to 2.5 because Guanabana is gonna show up so much more at 2. But what I'm curious about, am I blowing out Anton Apple? I'm kind of blowing it out at 2.5. The maximum use is 20. You're ridiculous. That's expensive for anywhere. 4%. Come on. 3%. Fresh, sweet, natural, drier side. Best natural tart note, very bright on the drier side. Add other apples, make it juicy. 1 BCFS will go very harsh shake and vape. Yeah, it is harsh on the shake and vape. Haller roter apfel skwaaf b 2% meer 3 bish 4. Bright red apple, weak at 2%, more 3 to 4. Shout out to my German peeps. All 0.3 of you. Alright, apparently the German said it's a little weak at the percentage I use. Apparently, I got no cojones at the percentage. So we're gonna do 2.5. I think I'll take this up on the trip as well. So I'll have, 1 fruity and 2 dessert. And every time I do this, I never go through the dessert. I'm like, I don't know. Scheißer. Good night, Fitty. I have grape soda Flavor West. Are you chanting? What approach are you talking about, Muth? I got wrapped into it. I think that's it. Now, my problem now is I'm taking a risk by adding Favora grape in here. The bubblegum note is not what I want. Now, people get the prominent kind of bubblegum note a lot more people get a lot more of the bubblegum note more prominently than I. Okay? But nonetheless, I it is definitely like an artificial kind of fake grape. I think that'll pair well with the grape, but what I want is a grapple kind of vibe. So maybe I should use Flavor West grape soda. I could use TPA grape juice for the top note. I could use, there's so many grapes. I could use SC for the Kool-Aid. I could use VTA for a cliche, just kind of grape juice soda. I could use Wonder Flavors for grape juice. I could do grape Cap Concord with stevia, but that one kind of gives me a little jam vibe. Not like jammy texture, but it just kind of gives me like that kind of vibe. I could do that. But grape Concord with stevia, whatever that name is, to me, and I know there are different kind of flavors, it's like a worse version of Flavoras. It's basically kind of what I get from it, like the same kind of color grape, the color purple. All right, move. Then you help me here. No, I don't want to help here. I want, because that's easy. That's gonna be good. Okay, this is boring. It's custard. You can't fail with custard. You really can't. I hate how people like custard is just, that is not the one I wanted. Custard is just so easy to mix with. It's just how boring is it gonna be, you know? You kind of have to spice it up. Where did I put it? There it is. This is the one if you got any advice. I think, so this is what's gonna happen. Knowing me. I'm gonna taste the pumpkin. And then I'm gonna taste either the peach with it or the apple filling with it. And I'm gonna be like, I need to mix some with that as a pair, as a combo. And that's what's gonna happen. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the apple filling. I think the apple filling with the coconut, with the pumpkin's fairy finest, and the pumpkin bread. Oh, and to answer your question, the pumpkin spice cream, pumpkin custard. That's basically kind of what it is. Pumpkin custard kind of cream. Delicious. Pretty good. I mean, delicious. Not the greatest flavor in the world. Pretty good. It reminds me of how good Triple O's pumpkin spice cheesecake is, or whatever that one is. It's kind of like in that realm. Like, it's pretty good. It's not life-changing. Doesn't fully match the name. It's more of what it's supposed to be is a pumpkin creamer, like coffee creamer. I do not get a candy bar coconut. I get like shaved coconuts over a macaron. The macarons wasn't as prominent, but I really love the coconut in that. See, it's funny how you guys are all in the desserts and then I'm all in the fruits. Part of the reason why I'm in the fruits is because there's a lot less of user error or like mixing error. Like, you're less likely to have bad mixes. I don't know if that's statistically correct or not, but I don't know. I just feel like fruits are a lot more friendly to each other than desserts. As well as desserts don't always, and this is a myth that everything needs a steep, but they definitely benefit from a steep. I mean, how long of a steep is definitely subjective, and you know, to each individual it differs, but they definitely better in a steep. And I'm impatient and I don't want to wait, and I want to know how it is right now, and then I want to go through the whole, you know, thing. But the problem with desserts is usually, or sometimes off the shake, they suck. They're terrible. They're awful. Off notes, harsh, dry, etc., etc., etc. Baby powder. But with fruits off the shake, the worst typically is it's just harsh, or you know, you have a Wonder Flavors papaya situation where it needs some time to steep to get rid of the florals. But I don't know. The inside of a Mounds bar, I can see that, but I mean, at the end of the day, wouldn't the same kind of like, generally the same coconut kind of flavor would be used in candy and bakeries, I would feel like, just in general cooking, you know? And this, the coconut in a Mounds essentially is going to be the same that you would get in a macaron. I mean, I've had coconut macarons in real life, and that's the kind of vibe that I get, is that same kind of coconut flavor, but in a different kind of texture. I don't know. I enjoy it. I mean, I guess the inside of a Mounds, but I get some macaroon in there, not full on, but it was delicious in a single flavor mix, and I wanted to mix with it immediately. And I'm still, guys, and you can tell by TMA, you know, how much Linda and Sam like it and want to mix with them. But I'm still going down the line of ones I want to mix with, and this is one that I haven't gotten to. Sorry. I guess, I mean, I'm just talking about the flavor, not the texture. But what I get from both of them is that kind of flaky that you would get in, I guess, inside of a Mounds. I don't think it's as crunchy as a Mounds. I think it's a little bit softer of a flake, if that makes sense. Or I wish Sam was here. What is the VTA one? Not disintegrated. What is it called? The coconut one. Delacerated. What is it? But that one, I don't know. Muth, you're supposed to help me on this, and you haven't said anything except agreed with me, which is not helpful. Okay, I'm gonna check UFC real quick. Oh, thanks guys for making the decision. Alright, so the women fight next, then Bo and Paul, which this fight is crazy. This is the first guy that if Bo takes him down, Paul's better on the ground. Paul's better on his back. Like, Paul's ridiculous. Like, if y'all don't know Paul, he has submitted some good guys. Y'all don't remember Henrique? He had a good year. He got knocked out by Julio a long time ago. And he submitted Onkalive. He's the only guy to submit him. The only guy to beat him. Technically, that's the other one doesn't count. He took Rua slightly out of his prime to a decision. He got knocked out. He gets knocked out every now and then. But then he knocked out Rua. Submission. That would have been a good fight against Spawn. Didn't they fight? He knocked out Jamal Hill. That's only the second one. His second loss. The other one was against Alex. He lost the decision. Got a submission. Got submitted. Knocked out that guy. And then he got knocked out earlier this year. But, I mean, he's pretty good. People don't know about him. Anyways. Decaffeinated coconut. You got it right. Good job, Muth. Decaffeinated coconut, VTA. Which, by the way, wouldn't it be funny if a flavor company made decaf coffee flavor? Dislocated coconut. Disassociated coconut. Disjointed coconut. Denoted coconut. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna roll with this. I mean, I already made it. And then this one I think I'm gonna do. What's this do? Oh, now I'm down there. Now I'm over here. Now I'm back over here. Whoops. That was the wrong one. Whoops, bye. 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 Oh, whoops. Hi. Sorry. Discomforted coconut. Wait, this is about... Alright, so not a lot of people watched tonight, but it seems like everyone wanted the marshmallow episode, and then like 2 people voted for me to do this episode, so I appreciate to the 2 people that voted to let me do this episode. Even though I mean, I talk about these flavors all the time. Selected, okay. Dissolved coconut. I should I'm gonna make a poll for next week where we just do diss words with coconut for an hour. Just doing every diss word we can think of. Oh, disinfected, okay. My turn. Dissatisfied coconut. imagine if you're not reading chat and you're just like, you just keep saying like random coconut things every 30 seconds. Discombobulated, that's a good one. That's a good one. Is discoordinated a word? I don't think it's uncoordinated. Discord. I'm pretty sure it's not if I can't spell it. Discoordinated. Okay. Yeah, okay. But I thought it was uncoordinated. It is uncoordinated. Discoordinated versus uncoordinated. Lacking what is discord? It is. Okay, so continuing. All right, whose turn? Discerning. Disrespect. Why didn't we think of disrespected? That's obvious. Distasteful coconut. I didn't realize there's this many diss words. I'm trying to think of my next one. Where's my chart? Hey, you can't park there. Disco coconut. Disdain. How are you going to timestamp this, Eddie? You have to timestamp every diss. I don't even remember what the actual coconut that we needed. What is it called again? Disassociate? Now I'm screwed. I don't even know. I'm going to get off soon because I kind of want to see these two fight too. This is going to be a boxing match, if I remember them correctly. The problem is, I don't know. With the woman, you can't really see. Like with the guys, they're all different, but the woman, you can't really. All of it's hair. Get it down with us hair there. Coconut Day discography. Let me end the poll. So it seems while you keep coming up with more, we gotta create an alien marshmallow, man. I don't know how we're gonna do that. We'll see how it goes. The AI test kitchen, they just. What about roasting marshmallows? An alien roasting. That's not roasting marshmallows by an outer space campfire. That campfire watching with Earth in the background. Good luck, buddy. Yeah, I kind of would love to do the extras, just because I use all of them. and I usually use one or two a day. I don't use all of them. I kind of just use another instead of charging it. And that kind of looks cool. Very rarely is it one and done. This one's kind of cool too. Like, see all the lights? It's a little depressing though. Spiced or flavored whipped creams. All chocolates? In one episode? I'll be honest, Denoted is pretty much over because there's not many episodes left. Like, most of the episodes left with the flavors, I could combine them, but it would be weird. It would be like clove, gin, pina colada. In one episode? It's stupid. Unless you have timestamps. And even with timestamps, why not split it up? I don't know. I can't remember how we all agreed or disagreed if we like splitting them up or not. On this show, like, I don't want to split them up. Why? I can get through it within an hour or two. Eddie usually does the timestamp, so we're set there. But when you add more people, then it's like, yeah, splitting it up makes sense. That seems like something he should have done for a charity stream. You do a charity stream and then do every single, like, I could do my strawberries. Oh yeah, Muth did. Thank you. You beat Eddie. Thank you, by the way. I mean, I could do the flavor that I have the most of has to be strawberry, which is like 150 to 200. I don't think there's 300 chocolates. I don't know. $300 chocolates seems, I don't know. I feel like there's no way there's 310. There's no way I have 200 out of 310. And there's no way there's only 10 more strawberries than chocolates. There's no way in general there's more. Well, I mean, maybe, because it is bacon. I don't know. That's definitely an idea for like a charity stream for sure. Because that's going to be, I mean, how long are you doing? If you do 300 times, you do 2 minutes per flavor, that's 600 minutes. 600 minutes divided by 60 per minute, that's 10 hours. So you do two, I don't think it's gonna work. I'm just saying, 10 hours seems like a charity stream. Odie was just saying there's then. Yeah, Muth. Yeah, I don't know why he's doing that to himself. Yeah, like, I think if I remember correctly, he didn't. I don't know if he liked the longer shows or not. I think I was the only one that didn't until I got the new job, and then I was like, yo, I'm done, yo. I'm done. I need to go to bed. I work in 4 hours. Yeah. Yeah, why does he want to do it in one show? It just seems like seriously, it's 10-hour show. So then, more than likely, you're gonna spend 5 minutes on each flavor. That's 1,500 minutes divided by 60 minutes. That's 25 hours. Am I doing the math right on this? Let me put it on calculator. All right. So if you have 300 flavors and you do 5 minutes per flavor, that's 1,500. And then, so that's 1,500 minutes divided by 60 minutes per hour. That's 25. And that's the right math, right? No, I mean, I'm assuming he's gonna test them. No, he's been testing flavors. He didn't, I don't know how Tim 100% mixes or Sam and Linda, but how I mix, I'm always testing flavors regardless of the theme of upcoming week's show. You know, there's new flavors, you know, like the new Wonder flavors. There's it has to be a charity, because like, all right, so then if you do, let's do the bare minimum 1 minute per flavor, okay, that's still 5 hours. That's still 5 hours. Okay, but I'm no math whiz. If he has a lot of people on, probably going to be 5 to 10 minutes per flavor. So let's do an average of 7 minutes per flavor. And then you divide that by 60. That's 35. I think he's going to split it up, man. Tim's smart. It's a charity stream for sure. Maybe a 24-hour show. I test on. I use this as a tester. I have an RDA for vaping V2s. I also have wasps that I test on sometimes. But I like the airflow of this guy. And this is my Addy stand, which is a Wismec. I always use either the Wismec RX300 or I use the Wismec squonk thingy, the dual squonk. Because Wismecs can handle 0.05s and a lot of, right? Am I saying that right? 0.05s or whatever. A lot of my builds cold are like 0.4, you know, so I need to prime them in order to get them to point no comment. And once I get them to point no comment, because it's safe, then it's okay. But most brands don't fire under 0.5. Some don't even do under 1. So most mods I can't really test on or work with. I don't single flavor test on the X-Roast. That's stupid in my opinion, wasting pods. But I test on the Wasp and then RDA for V2 and then those two. Just makes it easier to, you know, go in the wide varieties, because with the single flavor, or not the single flavor, with the single coil Addy, the Wasp, I do lower, you know, 60, 50, 40 watts. I think I like the Wasp best at like 30 to 40 watts. Every now and then I take it up to 50, but 30 to 40 is like the sweet. An RDA for Vapin V2 by what's his name, Coil Turd, and then Omie makes the Wasp, and not the Wasp 2, Wasp 4, Wasp 5, the Wasp OG, the one that costs like $5 to ship to your door. But yeah, that's what I use. I like a lot of air, especially when you're doing high builds. And since I'm always using, mechs, I like to have a lot of air coming in. But that's what I single flavor test. The Extros I only use for recipes. I tried on both. When I'm just chilling, I also use the other RDA for vape and V2. I don't know. I just like that. I also like the Goon 25, Goon 1.5, and the OG. Testing on them, not as much. It's very airy. But those are like the Goon 1.5, the Goon 25, and RDA for vaping V2, and Nightmare 25. Not Ascar. What is Nightmare? Suicide Mods and Nightmare 25. Those are my top 3 addies. Number 4, which I don't equate or count in this countdown because it's a single, is the Wasp. Then I also like another one is, if you ever had the chance to get vaping with Vic's Kelpie, that was a really good RDA RTA single coil. I like a lot of air. That's just how I am. The Extros is not airy enough. I would love to drill holes in this if I could. I wish I could talk to Vapor Resto and be like, hey, can you make a very airy coil? I like both. So I'm like in a very... I like the pod hit, under 30 watts. I like the Wasp hit, the 30 to 40 watts, 60 watts, whatever. And then I also love like 200, 300 lipos where you can get in the 500s and the thousands. Like, I like all kinds. I would say my favorite, like 200 watts, and then whatever the Extros are like my favorite for mods. And I don't like 100 watts and people that, I like the people that do it, but I don't like hitting the average 70 to 100 watts that most people do. It just doesn't give me the satisfaction that I like. The single coils, yeah, it makes a lot more sense. Like, 80 watt single coil is like kind of ridiculous depending upon. The pod. So what I meant by that, Muth, is if you increase the airflow of the pod device, but you don't increase the capabilities of the pod, more airflow going through this pod will burn this coil. It can't handle more airflow. It's like at the perfect balance. Now, if I add a bunch of holes in here, I'm going to be hitting this harder and it's going to go quicker and it probably is going to burn. But if I add a bigger coil in here that can handle more airflow, bada bing, bada boom. So that's what I meant by a bigger, airier coil. Pod is what I meant. An airier. Because I feel like if you add any more air to this, I don't want to review too much, because if we do that in the future, you'll learn. But I feel like if you add any more air, the coil, especially these Cortex, would just die. I don't like the Hadley. Or the Citadel's okay. The Vienna, I have the clone. I like it. I like the clone, but I don't have the real one. High wattage, I like to take quick, long drags. High wattage usually allows that with a lot of airflow. As well as I like the throat punch that it gives you, giggity. Why would it air? No, I mean the coil, the cotton would burn. I feel like you would just the air. Like if this, how do I end it burn? I feel like more air going through it, you're going to be able to hit this longer, which in return will burn the cotton. That's what I think is going to happen, is you're just going to burn that cotton. I love how I've had this just yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, but I hope he does. I do not want to go over, I mean, I would go over 150 strawberries, but me going over 150 strawberries, I'm talking about each one at least 5 minutes. And I have 200, that's 1,000, so divided by 60, 16 hours. Yeah, no, I would have to split it up. That's why I want to do, for strawberry mutes. What's up, Buster? We're almost done. We're just waiting on the UFC. All right, let's get. All right, chat. Which one? 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. I like trees. I only sit on them. I like trees. I only sit on them. 1 or 2? Which one do you think? I'm kind of for 1. I'm for 1, 2. Oh God! All right, so we're at a 2-to-1 ratio. What up, Buster? Who was here earlier? Yeah, Luke. 1. All right, so 3-to-1. Who's left? I think that's it. All right, good enough. 1. All right. Let me see if I can add more marshmallows. Add a pile marshmallows. Where's need marshmallows? I like how Darren showed up out of what? That's just more roots, right? This didn't even add them well. That's just tree balls right there. That's a horn and more tree balls. All right, we're just gonna stick with this guy. Okay, that's not him. Also, he has a 3rd leg right there. Let me check this guy. He's got, all right. Looks pretty normal. You don't got a 3rd nose. Good. Download. Bring you over here. Let's upload, baby. By the way, this is Canva. It's a free app. If you guys ever want to make, you can also take your own pictures in here and edit it, stuff like that. There is a ton of free stuff in here, as well as a ton of not free. No, that's not gonna work, so we'll do right there. And then element marshmallow. Well, let's do, come on. Give me a good stockaroo. I want that one. That one's orange. I don't like the orange. No. I'm not paying you for that. That looks cool. Give me a second. And then align to page on the left, page on the right. No. No. I think it's good. I need like a darker photo to match the vibe. Oh, that's kind of Christmassy. Oh, it's one of these. Great. I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling it. Yeah, I don't know. That's fine. Nah. Huh? Just lonely. Nah, I won't like a pile, man. Why is it so hard to find marshmallows? Just a pile of white marshmallow. Or a toasted marshmallow. Or I could do... Where did it go? Right here. Stretch. Stretch. We fly and let go. Will it fit? Will it fit? I don't know. We're getting abstract in here. We're getting abstract in here. Now I need a white one. Just a pile. One. No. Two. Good night, y'all. Yeah, I need to toast it. Toast it. Where'd you go? I think this makes more sense. Yoop. Yoop. Take this. Yep. No. It's a crazy collage. Is it too much? I don't know. Yeah, it's for next week, sorry. Oh, and it's time for me to go. Let me get my phone. Come on, baby, why you not loading? Alright, is that too much? What do you think? It's alright, man. It's alright, Buster, you can watch the replay. Just watch the replay 50 times. What you need help with there, buddy? What's wrong with it? There we go. Sorry about that. Just getting ready. We got Paul Craig. No oats or crumble. Crumble topping. No oats and cookies. Give me a second. Do you have oat milk? Crumble topping at 2 is like the standard. But like, it's just, it's too burnt above 2. Oats and you want more oats? Do you have oat milk? Oat milk might be good in that situation. That was good. Here we go. All right, folks. Is Bo gonna hang against, this guy? He's not top 15, but he can beat any of the top 15s. What's going on? My voice was doing something weird. I heard like vibrating. I think this is it. I wish I could manage future streams while being live. The butter pecan. Where was the butter pecan? I didn't even see it. Wonder flavors. Butter pecan pie. Switch to Flavor West butter pecan. It's the better of the pecans. Or the butter pecans. Oh, he's swinging, but if he faces a lefty, a southpaw, and because when he comes in, he's just, yeah, like whenever Bo throws anything, he puts his hands down. Even when he's walking around, he right now he has his hands down. He just got kneed. He just got lefted. I just made up that. I don't know. Now he's got a clip. I'm gonna have to get off, man, to fully enjoy this, folks. But give me a second. Darren out. Darren, do you is that the only butter pecan you got? Is butter pecan pie? Ooh, nice right by Bo. I should probably put this on the charger. Yeah, that's charged. Keep it charging as it's launching. I think this is good. Unique, it's a collage. Oh yeah, I gotta write. What should I write? Oh, that fireball. Good. Got 2. Can marshmallow fit over his head? Let's see. Oh. How's that gonna look? Gotta make it smaller anyways. Let me change the font size. No. Gotta get around his head. Bye. You go. Does it go behind him? Can I get layer? Send background. No! That's two background, bro. Layer. Send to the back. No. Layer. Go layers. Kind of like that. It looks like it's behind the head. But it's off. Denoted. change to delete. Link. Nope. There. Small. No ego. Smaller. Less ego. Ego. Even smaller. Oh, no. Even smaller. No. There. Beautiful. I don't know. I'm gonna get rid of the candy. Extend this. Move this over. Bring it up. Extend this over. Yeah. What did I miss? Is the fight over? I'm okay. You must have gotten kicked in the dick or something. Alright. There we go. That looks good. Love you, Ploppy. Thanks for watching. Oh no, that was round 2. Okay, good. It did look like it was set to the brown. Yeah, didn't it? Didn't it look like it was going behind his head? Like, see, it is. No, it doesn't. I wish I could, but then that makes no sense, because the thing is, Canva is just seeing the picture as a whole. It's not seeing the things within the picture. Why did this get bigger? Did it get bigger? No, I moved it. That's what it was. There we go. Beautiful. Now it kind of looks like it's behind his head, which is cool. All right. Alright. Yeah, well that's it, guys. I'm gonna go watch the rest of the fights. We'll see you on TMA for what is this week's episode? Dates, right? What is this week's episode? It's dates. Gotta be dates. Yep, it's dates. No, sorry, Dragon Fruit. Last week's episode was dates. Dragon Fruit will be on the 20th, Wednesday at 8:30 EST. That is this Wednesday, the 20th, 8:30 EST. The Mixer's Almanac will be Dragon Fruit. Dragon Fruit is one of my favorites. It is sugar water, and Dragon Fruit has a decent list on there. I'm gonna be curious to see how people mix the last 3 rows, or the last 4 rows. Honestly, I'm gonna see if anyone has the the courage, because it's gonna be kind of weird, have some sugar water nuts. Yeah, that will be in 3 days, Wednesday at 8:30 EST for the Mixer's Almanac Dragon Fruit. You can't see it yet, but we will be gone for 2 weeks. So this is going to be on the 30th, if I'm correct. Yes, November 30th. Denoted will do Marshmallow. You guys have wanted to see this. All 5 of you have wanted to see this one for a while, so we'll do it. I'm no Marshmallow expert, but there's a lot of good ones, and there's a lot of and there's a lot of kind of boring ones. I see them all. But yeah, that will be in 2 weeks. I'm gonna take the week off, have a little family vacation, and basically have a early Thanksgiving, or Thanksgiving part 1, where the whole family gets together, and then on Thanksgiving Day we get together as our core families, because my family has a huge section, so it's hard to get everyone together on one day. It's impossible, honestly, especially once everyone started having kids and moving. So that would be fun. So I'll be out of town. I checked the weather and it's supposed to snow the entire time I'm there, so hope I'm back alive here and safe. But yeah, I'll see y'all for that. That'll be fun. I had my Patreon thing up there if you want to go. Patreon, it's in chat. You can also Venmo me if you want, but I mean, there is the one, I don't know where you look for it, but there is like a monthly tier where you just kind of donate, or you can Venmo me. I don't know how it goes. I just started it for shits and giggles, you know. Some people want to support. I'm grateful for the viewers and grateful for the support either way, so it's much appreciated. But yeah, we'll see you on Wednesday 8:30 EST for Mixer's Almanac, Dragon Fruit, and then we'll see you November 30th for Denoted Marshmallow. So yeah, enjoy. Have a great rest of y'all's night, and yeah, see you soon.
When you build, you gotta innovate, integrate, do the work that they won't do, and don't hate. Let it speak for itself. 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 When you build, you gotta innovate, integrate, do the work that they won't do, and don't hate. Let it speak for itself. 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 No, it ain't a thing. I built my lane and I'm just started. Taking all the chances, let them know that I am all in. Hey, this ain't lemonade. Welcome to my show where we share the game. I be on the road, getting gains. Tipping on my toes while I'm switching lanes. Working through the snow, working through the pain. Even as a kid, see, I let it bang. Even as a kid, see, I let it bang. We was only 16 and we did our thing. Flash 15 and what I got to say. I'm rolling with the team and we here to stay. Find me on the beat when I innovate. There'll be heck of leaves on my dinner plate. Sipping on my tea. Put me on a plane. I be on me. When you build, you gotta innovate. Integrate, do the work that they won't do, and don't hate. Integrate, do the work that they won't do, and don't hate.